What is tethering? Tethering is the use of your cell phone or other internet-enabled mobile device as a modem for another device, usually a notebook or PDA. The connection is made either with a cable, USB or serial, or wirelessly through Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. The benefits of tethering. Tethering enables users to go online from their laptops or PDAs in situations where there's no other means of internet access. When there's no Wi-Fi hotspot like a Starbucks around, for example, or your cable modem goes on a fritz, or you are on a dirt road in the middle of nowhere and need an online map quick. If you are already paying for data service on your cell phone and your cellular provider doesn't require any extra fees for using your cell phone as a modem for your laptop. Tethering can also save you money since you won't have to pay for separate mobile broadband service or buy additional hardware just to get your laptop connected. You can also surf the web more securely using a tethered cell phone because your information being sent directly through the phone versus, for example, over a public open wireless hotspot. You may also conserve some laptop battery power because you can turn off Wi-Fi on your laptop while you use the tethered cellular modem. The various types of tethering are USB, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi. Now let's talk about USB tethering. The Universal Serial Bus USB architecture includes a USB host and a USB device. The host is the master and controls the communication between itself and all its connected USB devices. Normally, smartphones are considered USB devices and are connected to personal computers or laptops. According to the USB specification, the host supplies 5 volt of power to a connected USB device over the USB cable in order to signal the device that a host is connected. Laptops generally are much more powerful than smartphones and are usually connected to an AC power source or have large batteries and so were given the host role. Support for USB on the host is comprised of several device drivers, each of which logically communicates with an equivalent device driver on the USB device. The host controller driver is designed specifically for the host controller hardware that exists on the particular phone. This is due to the fact that the host controller driver must directly manipulate the hardware registers, control registers, and the data buffers in the host controller hardware. Since each host controller chipset manufacturer has a different architecture for their host controller chipsets, the registers and buffers in each chipset are slightly different. The host controller driver encapsulates these differences and prevents other components of the USB stack from being impacted by these hardware differences. The host core driver implements standard USB functions like configuration to accommodate the attached devices, buffer management, data transfer to devices, etc. Together, the USB core driver and the USB host controller driver provide enumeration, connection to devices, and data transfer. However, in order to access specific device capabilities, the USB device interface must be accessed. Device interfaces are encapsulated in function drivers. When a USB enumerates to the host, it lists the configuration that the device supports. Each configuration includes one or more interfaces and the endpoint address to use to connect to that interface. These interfaces represent specific functions on the device, such as mass storage or audio playback, and are tied directly to software or hardware components on the device that implements that function. The USB host accesses the functionality on the device through the USB functions driver. On the USB host, host class drivers are used to communicate with the USB device function drivers. There is typically only a single host class driver for each class of interfaces on USB devices. For example, there are many different devices that are capable of mass storage, and each device has a particular way in which file must be read or written to the device. However, the mass storage interface to these devices is the same and is handled by the single host class driver. The USB host class driver implements the generic interface requirements to communicate with the device's function driver. The function driver handles the unique interfaces to the USB device's hardware. Now let's talk about Bluetooth tethering. Tethering over Bluetooth provides you wireless freedom from your phone in secure Wi-Fi areas that enforce wireless security using managed Wi-Fi systems that will blast unauthorized Wi-Fi hotspots off the air with a flood of disconnected packets. Now, how to go about it? Using your phone as a personal hotspot can be an extremely inconvenient feature to have, especially if you travel or visit cafes frequently, or if you don't have a stable connection at home. Using it provide any of your devices with an internet connection, even on places where there is none, since your phone will be in fact sharing its own cellular connection. Let's learn how to enable and use this feature on an iPhone and find out which of the two wireless methods available in the best for connecting your devices via personal hotspot. Now, enabling personal hotspot on your iPhone. To enable personal hotspot on your iPhone, go to Settings and then Personal Hotspot. Once there, turn Personal Hotspot on. When you do, you will be asked if you want to enable the feature only through Wi-Fi and USB, or if you would like to enable it to work via Bluetooth as well. Now select Bluetooth. Via Bluetooth. To connect to your personal hotspot via Bluetooth, first pair your iPhone, if you haven't done so before, with your Mac or Windows PC or any other iOS device. Then choose your device name from your available Bluetooth devices and connect to it. Now let's list some pros and cons of Bluetooth tethering. Pros. No time limit. Once you enable Bluetooth personal hotspot, there is no time limit for you to connect your device to your iPhone. Automatic pairing. Bluetooth remains dormant and ready to connect to your devices the moment you wake them up. Additionally, Bluetooth is more power efficient than Wi-Fi. Security handled automatically. The security level of a Bluetooth personal hotspot is equivalent to Wi-Fi's WPA2, and it is all handled transparently from the moment you connect to it. Cons. Very limited throughput. Without a doubt, the biggest drawback of using a Bluetooth personal hotspot is its limited throughput, which can be of just 3 Mbps at the most, making it 10 times less than what your Wi-Fi personal hotspot can offer. Now let's talk about Wi-Fi tethering. Before moving on to Wi-Fi tethering, let us see first what is an Wi-Fi hotspot. Wi-Fi hotspots are locations that feature wireless internet access, which can be accessed by anyone with a laptop, computer, notebook, cell phone, PDA, or any other devices with wireless capabilities. These wireless connections are established and based on IEEE 802.11 standard. How to go about it? The devices that we will need are GPRS Edge 3G or 4G enabled mobile devices, Wi-Fi enabled mobile devices, data services activated, and an operating system with Wi-Fi tethering option or Wi-Fi tethering application. Now let's have a look on how to go about creating a Wi-Fi hotspot using Wi-Fi tethering on an Android device. First, ensure that the mobile device is having internet access. Then go into settings. In settings, enter the wireless and network settings. Later, select tethering and portable hotspot. Finally, select the portable hotspot option. Now, via Wi-Fi. Since you enabled the personal hotspot feature to work both via Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, both of these options will be available in your connection settings. To connect to your iPhone wirelessly via Wi-Fi, choose your phone's name from your available Wi-Fi networks, click on it, and enter the password that was previously displayed on your phone to connect. To tether your smartphone's internet connection, you often have a choice between tethering over Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and USB. It turns out there's a bigger difference between them than you might expect. So let's now see what are the comparisons between these three tethering methods. Wi-Fi has faster theoretical speeds and allows more devices to connect at once. However, it drains battery life from your phone faster and takes a while to connect. Bluetooth doesn't go as fast as Wi-Fi, but on a 3G connection, it won't matter. Your internet speed is slower than Bluetooth's max speed anyway. You'll also get better battery life on your phone by using Bluetooth. Only one device can connect at a time, but it's much easier to connect in some circumstances. You may not even need to take the phone out of your pocket. USB, however, is the fastest and least battery draining method, but of course requires a cable. In the end, it all depends on your personal choice and your needs. If you like to connect while commuting, you might prefer Bluetooth, since it is always ready, although it provides lower speeds. If you don't mind adjusting settings and turning on your Wi-Fi personal hotspot, then Wi-Fi provides better speeds and more customization options. Thank you.